Hi all, today we discuss one of the most potent strategies in investing and trading, the Post-Earnings Announcement Drift, or PEAD. In this approach, traders focus on companies that have recently reported earnings that were positively received by the market. When deployed correctly, the strategy not only delivers strong gains, but it can get moves that are several times your risk. The principle of PEAD is straightforward. When companies announce earnings that significantly exceed market expectations, the stock price continues to drift upwards for days, weeks, or even months following the announcement. The reason this strategy works so well is simple. You're trading stocks with tangible, fundamental tailwinds in the form of explosive earnings growth. The strategy works particularly well when the earnings surprise is substantial, and there are tailwinds suggesting sustained earnings growth for future quarters. The profit potential increases dramatically when you're trading stocks that have not been trending for months or years before the announcement. Today, I'm going to break down the complete PEAD methodology from initial stock identification through to precise entry timing and exit strategies. We'll examine real case studies, including Highcroft Mining's 640% move, LASR's 50% gain in just 30 sessions, and Western Digital's 290% surge. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this approach can deliver superior, risk-adjusted returns compared to traditional breakout trading. Before we jump to understanding PEADs, let's talk about another mechanism of playing earnings: episodic pivots. Many traders attempt to play earnings through episodic pivots or EPs, gap ups in stocks led by catalysts like earnings. Traders like Kalamagi and Pradeep Bondi have popularized buying stocks on gap-up days after earnings announcements, purchasing the opening range highs with stop losses placed at the day's low. However, the EP has a tendency to fail more often than not. This popular behavior has been incorporated into algorithmic systems that aim to profit from these moves. Most algorithms don't hold stocks for days. They're looking for quick profits, mostly intraday. The initial pop is often met with selling that takes out stop losses for many traders. This is precisely why we need an alternative entry mechanism for stocks posting strong earnings. Let's get to step 1: identifying PEAD candidates. The first step in trading PEAD is identifying stocks gapping up or acting strongly on earnings. During earnings season, scan for the biggest volume gainers of the day. An effective scan looks for stocks up more than 10% during the day on volumes that are at least double the 50-day moving average volume. After generating this list, examine each stock individually to determine which moved due to earnings. Most trading platforms have earnings markers on charts, making this identification straightforward. For deeper analysis, investigate exactly how the earnings performed, how significant the beat was compared to expectations, and whether the company raised forward guidance, signaling continued earnings momentum. Set a qualitative filter for earnings that beat expectations by a significant margin. Run this screen throughout each earnings season and shortlist candidates that posted massive earnings beats. This step is crucial because many stocks make big moves in anticipation of results when analysts and fund managers tracking the company bid up prices before earnings are announced. However, such stocks continue making bigger moves if the underlying business has tailwinds and more robust quarters lie ahead. Continue adding names to your list throughout earnings season. Some stocks on the list continue to rally for several days after the initial earnings pop. This typically happens when institutions step in aggressively following a strong earnings surprise and a potential inflection in the company's trajectory. This effect is often more pronounced in stocks with low institutional ownership. As more institutions discover the story and recognize the emerging tailwinds, they gradually build positions, creating sustained buying pressure that drives the stock higher over time. Some stocks won't sustain their initial pop and will fall off the charts. You must remove stocks with no follow-through from your list daily. Let's examine what failure looks like. Cipher Digital announced earnings that beat estimates by 75%. The stock gapped up 20% but closed near its opening price, a weak close suggesting lack of conviction. An EP trade here would have resulted in a stop out. The stock couldn't sustain earnings surprise momentum and began falling on the third day. When it broke below the swing low, the structure was broken, warranting removal from the watch list. Step 2. The consolidation analysis. After identifying stocks with legitimate earnings surprises, you must wait for proper consolidation patterns to develop. This patience is crucial. The consolidation you're seeking has 6 specific characteristics. First, the correction depth should not exceed 25%. Deeper corrections suggest waning institutional interest. Second, avoid stocks showing large red candles with high volumes during consolidation. Look for daily price moves less than the average daily range. Third, price should respect major moving averages, the 10, 20, and 50-day moving averages. This indicates underlying strength. Fourth, allow a minimum of 1 week for consolidation development. Fifth, seek volatility contraction as consolidation progresses, tighter days on lower volumes. Finally, the structure should offer low-risk entry points. Let's understand the consolidation structure with a few examples. Take Hycroft Mining, HYMC. The company announced earnings on the 28th of October 2025. While the numbers met expectations, the management delivered positive growth commentary, became debt-free, and updated the market on a new fundraise. The stock closed up 19% in the day, strong enough to immediately catch your attention if you are scanning for the biggest movers. Prior to this, the stock had already made a massive 250% move and was in a broader consolidation. After the earnings pop, it formed a tight flag pattern. The structure was clean, about 15% deep, with no heavy red candles on high volume. The price respected the 50-day moving average and formed a higher low within the larger base. Notice how volumes dried up during this phase, indicating supply exhaustion. The breakout occurred around $7.80 to $7.90, with a logical stop loss near $7.20, an 8 to 9% risk. From there, the stock eventually rallied as much as 640% at its peak. Even with a trailing exit using moving averages, you could have exited around $37.35, capturing a 375% move, roughly 41 times your initial risk. Now consider LASR. Its March 2025 earnings beat expectations by over 75%. The stock gapped up and closed 35% higher, then moved into a controlled flag consolidation on declining volumes. The breakout came at $12.60 with a stop below $12.16. From there, the stock advanced 50% in about 30 trading sessions and then gapped up another 30% on the next earnings release. A similar setup appeared in WDC after its June 2025 earnings. The stock closed 10% higher on the day, supported by strong forward commentary. Instead of pulling back sharply, it entered a very tight consolidation, less than 7% deep. Price action became extremely compressed, with multiple days showing less than 1% movement, signaling strong institutional support. The breakout occurred near $76.50, with a stop below $73.50, less than 4% risk. The stock then moved 80% within a month and is up roughly 290% since the breakout. Another example is KOD. The stock gained 16% on the earnings reaction day, followed by 2 more days of upside before settling into a low-volume consolidation. The entry was around $9.90, with a stop at $9.39, about a 5% risk. On the breakout day alone, the stock surged 57%, and within 4 days it was up 95%. When it comes to exits in PEAD trades, a practical approach could be to book partial profits, say 1/3 to half the position, within 3 to 5 days of the breakout, and trail the remaining position using moving averages. Maybe use the 10 or 20 DMA for fast-moving stocks and the 50 DMA for slower trends. If you're already sitting on strong profits, you can consider holding through the next earnings announcement, but only if you have a sufficient cushion to absorb a potential gap down. If your profit buffer is less than, say, 20%, it's usually better to exit before the event. While earnings are a powerful catalyst, this strategy works best in strong, trending markets. In weak or hostile conditions, win rates tend to drop sharply. So whenever you trade PEAD, make sure the broader market is supportive. And finally, always trade with a stop loss, no matter how strong the earnings story looks. If a trade fails, you can always re-enter on the next setup or move on to a better opportunity. In the long run, risk management matters far more than any single strategy. Post-earnings announcement drift is a reliable strategy because it combines fundamental catalysts with technical precision. Unlike pure technical breakouts relying solely on chart patterns, PEAD positions you alongside institutional money responding to genuine business improvements. The strategy works because it addresses unchanging market psychology. Institutions move slowly, but with conviction, creating predictable opportunities for those who understand the process. However, success requires discipline, waiting for proper setups, managing risk appropriately, and maintaining patience during consolidation phases. Our scanner identifies consolidation breakout patterns, and although we do not look directly for post-earnings data, it is very often a catalyst for the breakout. You can access the scanner using the links below, where we not only capture stocks breaking from consolidation, but we also capture key momentum characteristics in combination with the fundamentals of a stock. Every aspect of a stock, both technically and fundamentally, is scored and then filtered, ensuring we find the very best stocks at the very best moments. More on my personal strategy can be seen in this video. As always, thanks for watching.